Hold on. What's going on this morning, people? It's kind of dark in here. Oh, hell. You bitch! Child. Alright, Thati, baby. Alright. Child, all these. What I'm not understanding is, I know I'm not liked by certain people on here. That's a fact. But like, why go on this big tirade and be like, oh, I don't like him? Like, bitch, that's your business if you don't like me. That's your business. Just because I hurt your feelings don't mean, you know, other people gonna feel the same way. Just because you sensitive don't mean other people are. That's your business, nobody else's. Like these ain't giving. Like some of these people on here really are fucking miserable. Like damn. I understand I have no filter. We all know that. And most of these people by now know. Chop, pressed like a fucking grilled cheese and a panini combined in one. Like, we all know I have no filter when it comes down to certain things. We all know this. And this whole any man, you know, put his hands on a female, this, that, and the other. Child, you put your hands on me anywhere in public. Old, young, man, woman, child, elderly, I'm gonna pop the piss out you. Straight up. It's not like I'm going around breaking people's jaw for the fun of it. Child, some of these hoes need to get the thong out and sit that they can't, bitch. So I'm guessing some of these females who don't like me, they have the mentality of, oh, I can put my hands on you, you just can't put your hands on me. Bitch, what? You got me fucked up. Mama ain't raised no fool. And she ain't raised no soft ass nigga. Sorry. I was always taught giving love, I'm ignoring the ignorance. It's just that there's one person going on this tirade, making it her life, her YouTube's life mission to let people know she don't like me. And letting people know that, you know, I said this about like if I get angry because a woman hit me, I'm gonna hit her back. She better not ever move to Louisiana. Her feelings, her poor little feelings will stay hurt. They will stay hurt. The only person I was taught you never put your hands on is a woman. And a real woman know exactly what I'm talking about. You conduct yourself like a woman, you get treated like a woman. Straight up. So like that right there, my grandfather instilled it in me. A woman you don't touch, but a bitch you whoop her ass. Any man in Louisiana will tell you that. I've seen too many men get their ass handed to them by some of these women. And they just sit up there take it. Niggas going to work with black eyes, bust lip, broke nose, stabbed all the fuck up. All because the woman felt she can tell him anything. And when he opened his mouth to tell her something back, she retaliating with fisticuffs. Not over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Call me violent. Call me what you want. Hell, you bastards could get it too. I'm all about treating people how they want to be treated. So what have we learned? You treat a woman like a woman, but a bitch you wear her ass thin until she learn her lesson. And no, I'm not condoning none of that like domestic violence shit. I'm talking about self-defense type shit. Not no domestic violence, self-defense. Giving love. Child, tell me about it. Tell me about it. See, this is why I'm glad I'm starting to branch out to other sectors. Because some of the other sectors I've been in on YouTube, you don't see none of this shit. It's so peaceful, calm. You can have a conversation and agree to disagree. And nobody gonna hold it against you. Nobody gonna call you no hater. Nobody gonna call you stupid. None of that. This is the only ratchet section of YouTube where people go on your fucking backgrounds. This, that, and other. And then I was in a chat. Hey Mo. I was in a chat a couple of days ago. And they was talking about self-defense. And they broke the difference down between self-defense and domestic violence. And a man sat there and told his story how his wife whoops his ass. And he posted pictures of his wife whooping his ass, the bruises she leave on him. And a lot of men was like, it's not going to be domestic violence once you pop her one time. He got an order of protection against her and she still comes to his house. And if he tell her no about something, she punches the fuck out of him. Gave him 2 black eyes once before. And you see, once he one good time broke that nose and she violated that order of protection, she learned her lesson. She laid down for them 30 days. Motherfuckers on here think a man just supposed to take anything. Not I. Not I. Baby, you can call me what you want. You ain't gotta like me, darling. But at the end of the day, you will respect me. So to all these women on here who talk about, oh, he has no problem. I surely the fuck don't. I can only imagine some of these women who don't like me, I can only imagine their sons. So you gonna let your son get beat by a woman, or you gonna tell your son wait for you to get there, and by the time you get there, your son all cut up and jugged up and beat up by this hoe. Girl, miss me with that bullshit. I'm not understanding. Mo, exactly. So to these women on here who don't like me for my rhetoric, understand where I'm coming from. I speak my shit for a reason. Because I was raised a certain way. My cadence and the knowledge instilled by me by my grandfather, my grandmother, and my mother, I know the difference. You just not gonna put your hands on me and think you gonna get away with it just because you got titties. No. No. Mama ain't raising no soft ass nigga. So given, you understand where I'm coming from. You understand where I'm coming from then. You not gonna sit up here and just put your hands on me or violate my space. No matter who you are, what you are. Child, some of these women though. Like I said, no way, shape, form I'm condoning any of the shit domestic violence wise, but this is about you protecting your fucking self. And some of these women on here who don't like me got a problem with it. Mo, exactly. Thank you. You walk away, they run behind you with a knife. They won't jug you. They won't sit up there and they won't throw shit at you. They know that's gonna break on you. And when I say shit that's gonna break, I'm talking about like that old school heavy porcelain. Once it break on you, it's digging in your skin and cutting. I got female friends and they tell me how they get away with this shit. Because they know they know that their boyfriend just gonna go to the hospital and get stitched up and he ain't gonna tell them what happened. Whoo, bitch, I wish a whole would pull that with me. Your jaw gonna be swinging like a swing set. One of my homegirls, she cut her boyfriend down his arm. And he told the people he punched the window. So please, by all means, y'all hate me for wanting to defend myself with anybody. But once it's your son, and your son sit up there and explain why he did what he did, I want you to tell me if he was wrong for defending himself. Giving love. See, that's the thing. When you walk away, like some of my female friends, they boyfriend walk away. I give them that. Some of their boyfriends walk away. These some big burly niggas. They walks the fuck away. But no, they coming out their purses with box cutters, butcher knives out the kitchen cabinet, and they letting these big burly niggas have it. Or they get into the world's most harshest fights over some stupid shit. Okay, case in point. My homegirl boyfriend forgot to fill the car back up with gas. This bitch stabbed this boy in his thigh. I'm like, what the fuck? And she said, watch I get away with it. She said, watch I get away with it. Sure enough, his shit stank. A bear wipe its ass after it shit with a white rabbit. She brought him to the hospital. I went home and I got the phone call. He laid up in the bed right now with stitches. All because he forgot to put gas in the car. But peep this. He brought the car. He took her from the hood and put her in a nice house. And this is how you treat this man? I'm just saying. Let me go smoke my early morning cigarette. Let's see if I have coffee. Do I have coffee? Yeah, I got a little bit left. Tatiana. You see, Tati, put it like this here. She ain't got no car. He signed that car over to his mama so quick. Heifer, don't call me crying. Tell me, could I bring you to your appointments? No ma'am. You never stab me because you're 2 minutes late. Son signed that car over so quick to his mama, and she not stupid enough to go over there talking about asking could she get the keys to that car. Oh no ma'am. Lord, look where we see you, y'all. Y'all, look where we see you. We see you is just like the wrench. This dude mama don't play. When I say she don't play, she don't play. How you doing this morning? We see you. I hope she get it together too. So, Tatiana, did you catch the video? Oh, I'm great, we see you. But Tatiana, did you catch the video? I won't see it. Ooh, wrong one. Wrong one. Which one? Oh, right here. I know. We see you, I know. When I saw myself in that video, pretty much. But we see you. When I saw myself in that video, I was like, no. Nathati. You know she gonna come on here. I loved it. We see you. I loved it. I was like, wait. But Tati, you know she gonna get on there smelling like tuna tartar and mustard? So you know the shower is out the question. Lord, we see you. If you frequent this sector, just don't say nothing here. Go through certain people channels. You would have video for years. Hey, Ray, baby. Oh, Lord. Child, we see you. I'm telling you. When you frequent this sector, don't say nothing to certain people. Just watch from the clouds or the bushes, as they call it. Oh, child, my glasses. It's foggier than Scotland. Again, y'all, we see you is not from this sector. I told y'all, hey Houston, I told y'all I'll be in other sectors. People invite me to different sectors. Diver invited me to a sector, and I'm loving it. We see you. You will see people. How can I put this? How can I put this? Come on, glasses. Stop fogging up, fuck. How could I put this? You would see people talk about some of the world's most egregious things. You know how you made that video with me saying, "What the fuck?" You gonna be using that clip of me more often going, if you make videos in this sector. Nah, Ray, you know they not gonna give me no thumbs up. Chop. I've been waiting for somebody to expose this side of YouTube for the longest, and I finally got somebody to do it. Oh, Jesus. My poor Weezy. You gonna be up all night. Giving love. We see you only know me because of diving. And I love when we see you come in my chat, because I already know this motherfucker come and start some shit. Come and get some good clips to use in his or her other videos. I'm gonna have to post the video that I'm in so y'all can see this motherfucker is good at editing. Very good. Very good. And they caught me on a video where I was up there just reading, and they clipped it with all the good funny parts where I was making my facial expressions. All right, Mo. You more than welcome. You more than welcome. We see you. Anytime, just let me know. Just let me know. Because I love to see her. Damn. Hey, V-Babe. Shauna Lynn, you know we see you? Look at that. I'm starting to, merge out the murky waters of Lake Minnetonka and merge into the fresh water. I subscribed to somebody channel from the other side of YouTube. I forgot her name. Oh, y'all gonna see me over there shortly. Y'all gonna see me over there shortly. Cause this side of YouTube, baby, is stressful. It is stressful. Hey, Hilo. Oh, go subscribe to my other page, you guys. It's Neptarian Looking From Afar. I'll be back on that one in September. Probably mid-September, like that second week. Or maybe the 21st, one of them. I forgot when I went on this 3-month punishment. Hey, Vanji. This is my other page. I have 1.3 subscribers on that one. This one is just because I was on punishment. I miss going live on that one. All the fun people to interact on that one, and now I gotta start from, well, not from the ground up because I'm halfway to 1,000 on this one. All right, we see you. Von G. Child. A lot of people was like, they mad at me because they couldn't find me. I'm like, don't be mad. Oh, I'm surprised these glasses ain't fucking fog up. I will tell y'all this here. Von G. Not Von G. We see you. I will tell you this. This side of YouTube, be prepared for people to try and dox you. Search your background information. Ray, I'm not cooking today. Today is one of those days where I'm just gonna relax. Big gonna cook when he get home. But people gonna dox you. They're gonna try and do a background check on you. They're gonna have people sit in your bushes if you go live, or they're gonna have people stalk your channel and see if they can find content on people that they know or they think they might know, and try and slander them, call CPS on them, have them ride by their house. Oh yes, this side is something else. I think they do it. Really? I think they do it because they try to humiliate people and break up their houses. AKA they have nothing going for themselves, so they create drama. Well, to this sector, oh yes, he gonna be new to it. Watch out for the Mercy Demon. You gonna know the Mercy Demon when you see him. Tatiana waiting on her to go live now. Like, y'all, if y'all could get people from the other sector just to come here and watch, don't say nothing, just watch. they would have tea for days. They would have a whole bunch of shit to talk about. You'll be like, wait. Ooh. Hey, 89 baby. We see you. You're not gonna be excited. You're not gonna be excited. You're gonna be ecstatic once you see the material that's in this sector. All right, Shauna Lynn. All right. Child, the mask is starting to leave. They don't want to get exposed. I can see it now. The Wrench versus We See You. Fight. Now, We See You, you can try and have fun, but some people gonna take it seriously. They're like, oh, you talking about me, this, that, and the other. And you're gonna be like, what? No, ma'am. I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, right there. I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, there you go. Hey, Two Talk, baby. How you doing? Child, the people leaving. The people leaving now. Child, we see you. They getting scared. They going to spread the word. Shauna Lynn. Two Talk. I had a lot of people on here. And once I went to explaining to We See You exactly what this sector about and the information that he can get or she can get when they make their videos, baby, they started running like roaches as soon as you turn on the kitchen light. I was like, my Lord. But We See You, don't let it get to you though. Just make a rebuttal video about him. Like, hold on, wait. What's that video you put me in with that girl? That'll be the ultimate clapback. That'll be the ultimate clapback. It's okay. What are you angry for? I try to be hilarious. I try. Some people say it come naturally. Baby! Shauna Lynn. Shauna Lynn, if he do a video on them two, I'm gonna be on the floor. I can see it now. Lights, camera, action. Sean Bradley vs. Who else? Who else, y'all? Sean Bradley vs. Wiley, Tracy. Oh, I already said Rice. Who else? Come on, y'all. Help me out. Oh, yes. Gotta do makeup. We gotta do makeup. Who else? Oh, hey Sherry, Shellyfish. Yes. Shauna Lynn. Slide him that note. Slide him that note. No, there ain't gonna be no note. That's gonna be a whole dissertation of names. When I tell you we see you, you gonna holler. What? Wait. Now y'all know I don't follow. But if they can't go live, it's probably because they streamed the wrong person's stuff. Wait. I'm about to tell you right now. Tube Talks, we see you make videos almost like the wrench, but better. I'm about to check that right now. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. The last video I see is from 4 days ago. Just from 4 days ago. That's the only video I see. So it might be true that they can't go live. Child. Hey Yolanda, baby. Happy Tuesday. So wait, what y'all think about the whole Rita situation? Tube Talk, you about to be on the fucking floor. I'm telling you. And if they made a new page, what they going live under? That's what I want to know. What they going live under? Like StreamYard, Streamlabs? No, Rita finally cleared up several rumors about that was said about her. And like, I'm kind of glad she did that myself. Oh, we see you. Tube Talks is an unbiased channel. They give YouTube commentary about all the content creators in an unbiased form, and she always gives a disclaimer. Hey, allegedly. She always gives a disclaimer that she's not trying to bash people. Yolanda, I'm guessing, is probably about Rita and Mama Sippin' relationship, on how, you know, what had happened between Rita's daughter and her. Oh, and we see you. You should also subscribe to Tiffany Talks Too Much. That's another channel just like Tube Talks. They both put a disclaimer out there saying they're not trying to bash people. It's just their opinions, and they also interact with the chat. Like those are a few channels. Those are a few channels that you can actually watch and enjoy without them, you know, messing with you in a fucked up way. Oh yeah, I can't forget my boo, Bust Down Tatiana. You gotta subscribe to Bust Down Tatiana. Oh my God. You want the YouTube commentary in a ratchet way? Go to her. She put pictures up there, something like you do, and she gives her commentary. Short, simple, and sweet. I'm waiting on my coffee to finish. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. And Sherry, I'm glad that Rita did that as well. But did y'all pause? Y'all heard how VS called CPS on Rita just because she felt like it? And Rita was about to go to court. She was about to go to court with VS to help her against Sean Bradley. You fucked yourself. But somebody called the police on her. Somebody called the police on VS, I would say yesterday night or yesterday evening. No, Rita not doing it. She not doing it. Ever since she found that out, she not doing it. But somebody called the police on VS either yesterday evening or yesterday night saying they need to do a wellness check. Baby. When I got that news, I was gagged. I was like, bitch, wait, what? So she actually opened the door? Y'all remember a while back, the slogan was, open the door, open the door. I'm like, no, ma'am. Child, the rapture is coming. Tatiana, I don't think she gonna come on live today. After what happened, I don't think she gonna come on live. Wait, what? So wait. You mean to tell me boy? I wonder if I was just about to say that. It had to be one of her children. Them children probably be like, man, mama going crazy. This bitch done lost her mind. I'm tired of this. She not feeding us. She not taking baths. We stay locked up every day. No, I can't do this. But if she did that herself, she giving me thin line between love and hate tease. She giving me misery tease. She giving me, what's the name of the movie? Mommy Dearest tease. Christina, why don't you love me? You're trying to embarrass me. Child. But I'm here for it though. never. But if one of her children did do that, I'm not saying it's funny, but them children tired of being slaves in their own fucking house. What's that other movie? When the kids couldn't come downstairs. Their mama was marrying this rich man, and the grandmother didn't want them to be seen or heard. Flowers in the attic. Them children say, bitch. You not gonna flowers in the attic us? Y'all can tell I watch a lot of old. You've never seen Flowers in the Attic? The old one? 89, where have you been? Where have you been? Flowers in the Attic and Mommy Dearest. That's what I'm getting. If that's what really happened. Okay, the old Flowers in the Attic. Oh my God, y'all gotta get on. I'm trying to think of what website might still have it. 123 Movies might still have it on it. It's an old movie. I forgot the mama name, but the woman mama don't like her kids, and the grandmother would beat the mother. Oh, I watch all these movies. I forgot what the mother did. She had to atone for her sins in front of her father. So her mother, the children's grandmother, beat the mother with a whip. The mother spent very little time with her children because the mother was courting her with other rich men. The grandmother was like, you are not to speak. You are not to be seen. You will be fed at a certain time. The grandmother had the maid feed them, all right, feeding them cookies with what, cyanide poison in there, y'all, and giving them tea. When she got tired of hearing the children in the room trying to have fun, she put them in the attic, and the mother stopped coming around. One of the twins died from eating the cookies. The children went from looking nice and healthy to looking like pasty like this. Pasty like this wire. The children broke out the attic, went downstairs, and disturbed their mother's wedding. The daughter and the son and the kid that survived, they snapped. Didn't they kill the mama? And the grandmother let them go, and she standing in the window like this here. Child, that movie taught me a lot. If you got kids, never give them to your relatives. Woo! And never eat cookies from just about anybody. How could you do that to your own grandchildren? Look here, bitches, y'all killing me. Jumping all on my neck. Tatiana. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, stay away from the tea. Because the tea was poisonous too. The mother was embarrassed. She was like, I don't have children. Mother! Mother! You're not my children. Mother, you said you'll come see me. You'll see us, mother. You'll come see us, mother. Mommy, mommy, help. The daughter pushed her out the window and she ended up getting hung on the veil of her wedding dress. That's how she ended up dying. Thank you for bringing that up, Tatiana. Thank you for bringing that up. Cha. Yup. I was like, what in the CPS is going on here? Grams was an evil bitch. I'm trying to think, what was another movie similar to that? Because if that call really did come out that house, yes, I want to say it was the boy twin that survived. Because I think the girl twin ate the cookie and she died in the top of the attic. Baby Jane, I don't think I saw that one. Mommy Dearest, I'm not going to be petty and I'm not going to be shady. You hear giving? I'm not going to be petty. The boy died? So, okay, it was the two girls and the older brother that survived that was walking through that big long-ass yard. And the grandma looking like if her eyes was gone, she'd kill him. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. But Mommy Dearest, the way she would sit Christina in that hot ass water and make her scrub herself. God. And wasn't she trying to feed Christina raw meat? I want to say it was a raw steak she was trying to make Christina eat. And every time Christina didn't eat it, she sent her to bed hungry. Yeah, I seen the girl. Not the girl, but the woman. I want to see if she was on the Phil Donahue show. And I watched it. Her mother took her and her brother out the will. And she gave the money to somebody else. Josh, I forgot how old Christina was, but she still had Christina dressed like a child. And when she got on top of Christina like this here, that freaked me out. Cause I think what set Christina off is when Joan lied and said she got expelled from school. And Christina said that, is it true, mommy? Girl, if you don't call her mama. But what really pushed her over the edge was, you think I'm supposed to treat you like one of your fans? Bah! But Christina was on, I think it was the Phil Donahue show. I watched that and Lord. Okay, Yolanda, baby. She adopted Christina. She adopted Christina, and she said something. Hey, Soap! How you been, Soap? Now, I will give her that. She could dress. Joan could dress. But baby, she used to wear Christina out. Child, I don't know. I don't know what made her go crazy like that. But baby, I don't know if CPS, hey Silky Black, I don't know if CPS was present back in the day, but you see that wire hanger? She gave you eyebrows. She gave you eyebrows and resting bitch face, that face that was just like this here. Bitch, if I was adopted by anybody like that, child, I'm going in mama room when she gone. I'm going to find her cash. I'm going to find some cash she got laying around, and I'm moving the fuck out of Dodge. I don't move with some Chinese people. That's true. She was very OCD. Her beauty routine was very strenuous. She scrubbed herself with scalding hot water with one of them brushes that look like a horse brush. She used cold water to wash her face. She put on cold cream, and she'll put a big old towel on her head with a thick cotton robe. I remember that because Christina talked about that on the Phil Donahue show. But that's fucked up how she did them. That's fucked up how she took them out that will. When the only thing she did was abuse them children. So look, baby, the way she took that Ajax and threw it everywhere, I looked at my mom. I was like, Mama said, nah, I only let y'all clean the tub with Ajax. I would never throw it everywhere and let y'all just... I'm like, bitch, you was trying to kill that child. She was literally trying to kill that child. Ooh, coffee ready. Baby, 89, I could never clean that big house. If I was Christina, oh no. What's my... Who the fuck keeps sending me messages on here? Girl, bye. I don't play no fucking Mortal Kombat. Oh, Silky, I'm about to give it to you, baby. Hold on. I don't play no fucking Mortal Kombat early this morning. Look into Doris Duke Tobacco Kids. What it? And whatever happened to Baby Jane? Oh, wait. Since we own these type of movies and whatnot, anybody in Marine all right. Anybody ever Hush Hush? That's another movie? Y'all ever read the book? It's not funny, but now that we talk about some of these movies, and these movies making me think of this book. Y'all ever read the book A Child Called It? Lord Jesus. Ooh, baby. I read that book when I was in high school, and I read that book 3 years ago. Every time I read it, I get pissed off. We see you. Go to your local library. Hell, you might be able to find it PDF on the internet. It's called A Child Called It. I want to whoop his mama ass. Ooh, the stuff she did this boy. Y'all think Mommy Dearest was bad? Joan Crawford ain't got nothing on this woman. Nothing. She stabbed her own son. Well, hold up, wait. She would tell him he a bad boy. And didn't she lock him in the basement, Felita and Yolanda? A Child Called It. It's a book. It's not a movie. It's a book. Like, you have to sit down and read it. Okay, she'll tell him he a bad boy. And she locked him in the basement first. I'm trying to go and order all the stuff she tortured this boy with. Hey, Lady P. She locked him in the basement. She'll only let him up to eat, I think. Everybody will get good food and he wouldn't. The book was about this mother tormenting her son with all sadistic forms of child abuse. Mental abuse, all of it. The kids will sit at the table, he'll have to sit on the floor. She did chain him. Hold up, wait. Like, she fucked her son up. The kids will get big portions of food. Yeah, it's a true story. The kids will get big portions of food and he'll get like little small food in a dog bowl, I won't say. The part that made me cry was when she would force him to drink ammonia. She'll put it on a spoon and put it in his mouth and it'll burn all the inside of his mouth up. Okay, I found the overview. A Child Called It is the unforgettable account of one of the most severe child abuse cases in California history. Dave Pelzer was brutally beaten and starved by his emotionally unstable alcoholic mother, who played torturous games that left him nearly dead. In the sequel, The Lost Boy, Dave is finally rescued by the social service system, then shuffled in and out of five foster homes. Tears and laughter, despair and hope all create the journey of this little boy desperately looking for a love of a family, a place called home. His real mother. Hey, Tube Talk, I got a book you need to get into. It's called The Child Called It. She fed him ammonia. Then she made him eat rotten food. It got so bad to where that, like, she would fuck with him so bad. All the other kids were good boys and girls. When it was time for them to eat, they got regular home cooked food. I don't know. Since we was talking about all those crazy mother movies, this book just popped in my head. I mean, if you want, we could start a book club. But she would feed him rotten food. Whenever the kids would finish eating and they'll throw their food away, he would get there and go in the garbage can and eat the scraps of the food out the garbage. When she realized he started gaining weight and started getting color in his skin, she started pouring bleach and ammonia in the garbage can every time everybody ate. Evil bitch. Okay, Tool Talks, we can do that once a week. What else? She stabbed him one day. I want to say she stabbed him in his back or his side. Almost to where she could almost puncture his lung. Ray, he was on Oprah, and I think he said he has children. But back to this abuse she put this boy through. He had to wear the same clothes every day to school. She didn't wash them. She didn't give him water to drink. It got to the point where he was drinking water out of rusty pipes in the basement. He had the shit. I don't know if she locked up. Okay, I could do that. He would have to shit in a bucket in the basement. He couldn't go upstairs to use the restroom. The school called CPS towards the end of the book when they noticed that he had this gash in his side. He was homely looking. And what else? He was breaking into the school. Like, he'll let the school close and he'll start eating cold tater tots. And he'll eat his food like a wild man. And he started crying that he didn't want to go home. So the principal called the police. The police took him from the school and brought him to social services. Oh! Go to show you how sick and sadistic this bitch really is. For the 4th of July, he said, he described it in the book that he felt like he was dying. And his mama came down there and looked at him, and she started babying him up because she saw it. She saw it herself. The 4th of July, she took him from the basement, brought him outside. This is the first time other than him walking to school. He couldn't catch the bus. He couldn't get in the car. He had to walk to school. He went outside for the first time on the 4th of July to watch the fireworks. He was so weak he couldn't even hold a sprinkler in his hand. So she let him hold it. She, let him walk around it. She threw him back downstairs. That bitch was sadistic. Child. That book got to me. As a kid reading it, you was reading it for academic purposes. But reading it as an adult is completely different. After I read the book, I got online. And I watched the interview with him on Oprah. And for him to, relive that shit. Oh, I was a bit like this here. Where the hoe at? Where she at? Where she at? Where she at? He went through some shit. So since I'm gonna watch all these movies, I'm gonna try and find all these movies and watch them. But y'all gotta read A Child Called It. Y'all have to read it. Very good book. Very good book. One girl, she couldn't read the book. She couldn't read the book. Her mama sent a letter to school stating why she couldn't read the book. She thought the book was talking about her. Boom. Gonna get some more coffee, y'all. What's the movie room? Oh my God. That's fucked up, Yolanda. Giving love, receiving love. I think, you know what? Once my other channel is back up and functioning properly, I think I might turn this channel into my book club channel. I think I might turn this into my book club. Put this down. Wow. Was this based on true events? I love a good movie. Especially about stuff like this. I love a good movie. Let me, somebody asked about the interview. Let me find it. It's not showing the year. But you could tell this had to been back in the 90s. This had to been back in the 90s. Oh, wait. He interviewed his mother. That's his daddy, him, and his mammy. Yeah, she called all his stuff accidents. His mama name was Catherine Rover Christian Pelzer. I'm trying to find it for y'all, people. I'm trying to find it for y'all. Wait. Abducted in plain sight. Where that's it? Where that's it? Where I can find it? Twice? Not once, but twice?
She smiled brightly at him, and as she smiled, there were definite dimples in both cheeks. My heart went out to her. I walked over to her, put my arm around her and drew her close to me, held her tight. She looked at that in her eyes, baby, and I knew that I had found the little girl that I was searching for.
Wait.
Well, let me ask you this. As your mother, I was looking at that tape and I could feel the pain, so I really appreciate it.
She was a firecracker.
Okay.
Jen was kind of my champion. I was very shy.
The mama look gullible. She looks gullible.
Well, let me ask you this. As your mother, I was looking at that tape and I could feel the pain, so I really appreciate
Karen's the middle child, Susan's the baby.
people will see
And I
you and
was,
see themselves.
definitely the big sister.
This is how you live the world of child abuse. Dave said something like, you might have not known what you were doing. I don't believe that. I believe you knew every moment what you were doing. You don't
And almost a sense that habit, and I was going to say we didn't have time, for someone to hurt you, someone must have hurt them as
I
well.
know, but she knew when she threw that plate in her daughter's head what she was doing.
You could trust everyone in the
Right.
My mom and dad were, very traditional, just really sweet parents. My mom was at home. I didn't remember coming home after school, and I love the irony.
And it's almost like it was a subconscious thing. It was interesting when your daughter said that there was a part of her that believed, because obviously as a child, I mean, I identify with that, when you think, you must just really hate me, you must not like me, you must have singled me out somehow. Was there, and that would be, I think telling the truth frees everybody. Was there a point in time where you did feel like Dave's mother, singled him out? Was she in your mind singled out? She wasn't the pretty one, she wasn't the one that's most like me.
One Sunday and looked down and
I
saw a
was
family
like,
that I didn't know.
in seeing her, I was seeing myself, because I was so disliked when I was growing up. It's almost like I was seeing myself living.
Tell me all about them. I wouldn't push so hard. He has such a mechanism.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
You want to know why?
I think that's naturalized in your past.
Why did you do that to me?
And the fact that she's
And it just sort of clicked. We had things in common. I was a business, I had a family, he had a family. One of the first things that I remember, we came home from church and there was this beautiful there was a car
Baby.
and this thing, be sure to wear your family. The British told us. I was personally thrilled at my work. This is a pretty sharp guy.
My first impression when I saw Birchstone and his wife, Gail, I thought of them not quite matching.
Allegedly.
She was the quiet one, but she and I became really quite close friends. Everybody had a best friend. Between the Roberts and Birchstone family, there was a best friends for everyone. We had
Boy.
the best family.
What?
Just the Birchtold family. Birchtold would pick us up in the morning, and we would get in the car, and we would all shout together, "It's going to be a great day!" And that's how we would start our mornings. I don't remember who came up with the idea that we started to call him B. Pretty much every day he would come by at night and talk to my parents, and he was so engaged with the kids too. I mean, he really was fun, and he wanted to swing us around and put a puzzle together, and he was the fun dad. But definitely, his attentions were definitely on Dad. Brother B, he used to call me all kinds of names, but really the only one that I really remember was Dolly.
How the... Lady P, get on Netflix and watch Abducted in Plain Sight.
By the way, it's the second son. I left my dog. Got a face with your dog. She reached out and took my hand.
First off, hold up, wait. First off, ain't no way in hell we getting in some car with somebody we barely know, neighbor or not. Not getting in no car with you. Wait. If you not my parent or my nene or my grandfather or my grandmother, them 4 people, I'm not getting in no car with you. Okay, Lady P. Lord, allegedly. Lord. That's even worse. Church!
I turned to her, but my aunt and I told her close to me and said, "Darling, you specify in my life. I love you more than words can tell."
Not I love you more than words could tell.
And over your chest. No man love you more.
Bent over and kissed. No man could love any woman more. Lady P, when you get home and you resting, watch this.
And always both Bob and I. His fascination with Jan was a little disturbing. B was like a second father to me. I completely loved him, completely trusted him, and felt extremely safe. I felt like I was one of his children.
Oh, man.
Called me earlier in the day and said, "I want to take Janet horseback riding down again in Young Falls."
I'm up here trying not to laugh, allegedly.
Said, "Okay." And I checked Jan. She came in the back door and was like, "Oh, yes, I really don't want to go." And my mom's like, "It's a school night and you have piano and I think we should try for a different day." And he said, "Well, I guess I could pick her up."
Okay, I will. Why would you take something?
When she didn't come home, I was a little nervous, anxious. Maybe they broke down. Around 9 o'clock at night, Birchtold's wife, Gail, came home from work. And I said, maybe I should call state police. No, don't do anything. I'm sure he'll be coming anything. And so we waited. That was Thursday. They went horseback riding. We had Friday. Didn't call anybody. On Saturday morning, I dialed the FBI. They said the office is closed for the weekend. If you have an emergency, call this office in Montana. people work careful for nothing. And so we waited. Another night came and went, and it was Sunday. Well, it's just, if they're not back by Sunday, we'll call.
I got the call in the office in North Carolina. I had been an agent for 6-7 years when this kidnapping took place. He was a hotel businessman, a member of their LDS faith, a pillar in the community, and lots of friends. They didn't suspect any type of foul play, even though it was 5 days.
I don't think he's kidnapped. He's just gone somewhere.
Pause. Your child missing 5 days, and you don't suspect no foul play?
And he had to drill at him through our lines. He kidnapped her. She's your daughter. She's gone.
We went over to the Gilbert show, and she told us that they had a motorhome in the storage unit. We went out there, and the motorhome was gone.
Ooh.
I realized that the FBI was going to have to conduct a thorough investigation to locate her, because I believe at that time she was kidnapped.
Allegedly, I'm glad you told me to watch this, because the way I am reading them in my head.
They found Bob Birchall's car with blood on it. The window was broken out inside and out. Well, somebody reached in there to get him. They'd be outside the car and break the window into the car. He left him on blood so he could have an excuse that somebody kidnapped him. We found
Hey, GM Lamb, baby. Allegedly. Oh, allegedly. How stupid do you have to be to break the window from the inside of the motherfucking car and leave blood right there? Hold on. So long. No. Just no.
like a motorhome and set of windows. Which led to the place we probably carried Jan for a motorhome. We knew Birchville had Jan, but we didn't know where they were. It was a nationwide search. We sent out APBs to all law enforcement throughout the country, even border security from Mexico and Canada. This went on for weeks.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah, y'all, we gonna have to do that. A book in a movie club.
There's nothing you can do. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that out as well. How the hell they kept their children?
Everything, I was one of those that's
But I'm not done yet. I'm only 11 minutes in. I'm only 11 minutes in, and my jaw is, Lord, there go Lucifer. There go Lucifer. What up, Lucy, baby?
One day I walked in the house house. Jan's bedroom was in the back of the house in the basement. Well, I walked into her room and saw my dad lying on her bed, and he was sobbing, and I don't remember my dad.
Now it gets better.
Or really crying very much, even though he's an emotional person. I think that was the first time I really realized that something really bad was going on.
For those first about 3 weeks, there were so many people that came by, friends and neighbors and everyone, they just were there. So many of them couldn't believe they had seen this man, they had talked to this man. He was part of their lives too. Some of them said he wouldn't hurt her, he would not hurt her. And I believe that he would not hurt her. And we loved everyone in that community because they were trying to help us get through. They loved Jan. They were trying to give us support and say,
Giving love, that's what I'm getting. They gotta be slow.
Okay. It was a tender time. It was hard. It was the agony of going to bed every night and trying to sleep and saying, is she okay?
As our investigation continued, I talked to many people in Pocatello.
I'm watching Abducted in Plain Sight. Allegedly requested this one.
For young girls.
My brother was always a sexual pervert. He always did like his little girls.
Oh!
I guess he had a need to fulfill.
Oh! The brother!
He was a pedophile, and I knew that. One time, Mom and Dad went somewhere. My brother started messing with my sister, but see, they weren't half brother and sister. She'd have been 6, and he'd have been 12 or 13.
This was the first pedophile case I'd ever run across.
Wait!
I could comprehend
He was messing with his own sisters?
I taught me stranger danger. We never go pedophile. After that, number one goal was to seduce Jan Rover. Robert Barstow and Roberts became friends, and they trusted each other, and it's just the way Bob Barstow wanted. Part of his behavior pattern is to destroy everything that's in his way to get to the little girl, to get to Jan. So he's separating her from her family as fast as he can.
Jan and I shared a room downstairs, and it was a big room. You know, we kind of said, oh, maybe someday we'll make us each a bedroom. Barstow came up with this idea one time that we were getting older and wouldn't we like to have our own bedrooms? And he was a handyman and owned a furniture store, and I do remember him building that wall and putting a wall between the 2 rooms. Gave him an excuse to be there. And to separate Jan from me, yeah.
He had a way of flattering you, doing things for you, and then taking advantage of the situation of trust that he puts you in.
All right, Lucifer, I'm gonna have my belt ready for
To
you.
go on a boating trip with Burstall. He was not just inviting us, but he had invited Jan. I just suspected that there was something.
Given, that's what I'm.
I said, that's the last time that I will do anything with the Birchstalls. I have no use for that.
We used to do like sleepovers all the time. We went to the Birchtalls' house. They had a gigantic trampoline in the backyard. And so we would all sleep out under the stars on the trampoline. And one night, I remember waking up and being aware that my panties were down around my ankles and being scared. Birchtold was laying by me, and he definitely had his hands on me. He said I was tossing and turning a lot, and that I must have just, gotten uncomfortable and taken my panties down. It felt like it was plausible, because what was not plausible was that this person could have done anything to harm me. Jan had been
been on a trip with the Birchtolds before. When the
Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Child. "17 minutes and 12 seconds in. I just want to go.
whole trip to Seattle came up. And when
Mm-mm.
they came back and had all these weird stories about all this stuff that had happened with Jan, and the story that he told us was that sitting at dinner, she just all of a sudden started to rock back and forth and started saying strange things, and you know, everybody's going, Jan, are you okay? And he said, I better take her back to the room, and because there's something wrong with this child.
I remember being carried into the motel. And I was
Hey, Candy Girl.
in and out of consciousness.
Jan had said that she
Yeah, I knew Lucifer.
and saw him make it.
Ah!
Jan Broberg and Robert Birchtold had an unnatural relationship. Birchtold targeted Jan, and he targeted the parents. He knew they had to destroy Marianne and Bob Broberg to get to Jan. And they fell right into a trap. It's like a mouse going into a trap. They never even saw it coming. Never.
Birchtold would call me on the phone from his furniture store and say, Marianne, I can't get out for lunch. Why don't you bring me down a sandwich? And so I thought, okay, and I started with that, taking a lunch down on occasions when he'd call. He was a new face in town and a new person that had a great personality and had some of the charisma that Bob didn't possess. Birchtold began saying the things to me that were exciting to hear. He said, you have a beautiful body and those legs. Oh, I felt this fluttering inside of me. He could have given me a great feeling about myself.
I'm pretty sure he did give you a great feeling about yourself. His wife looked at Goofy.
Began, and I tried to ignore it, but I remember the way it made me feel. And I thought, oh my, I can't feel this way about him. I think the thing that solidified it was when we went to a church function in Logan, Utah. While we were there, we took a ride up into the mountains. Before we left, we got a little too cozy.
Oh!
Started kissing and hugging.
Ah!
He touched my breast.
What breast?
Things got a little carried away. Stayed there longer than we should. But nothing beyond that. Went back home and tried to be calm and enjoy our lives. I thought about it every day, a lot. I thought about that feeling and that touch.
Child, not that feeling in that touch.
12, 13 years by then. And it was an excitement to me.
Girl, he gave you your groove back.
Mr. Birchtold was very knowledgeable in the sexual field, but he did not have a good relationship with his wife sexually.
Allegedly. No, the husband didn't. No, the husband didn't. Ah! abducted in plain sight. Mr. Birchall was very knowledgeable in the sexual field. But had a
One day, he was a good relationship with his wife.
but he did not have a good sexual relationship with his wife.
He came to the store, and I could tell that he was extremely disturbed. He says, "Are you free? Let's go for a ride." He says, I cannot stand my wife, and I need to have sex. I could see that he was sexually aroused. He says, "Oh, can you give me some relief?" We were laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff, and I've got to have relief." So I was done to reach over and relieve it in an act of masturbation. I did the worst thing I've ever done. As far as
Did I? Whoa! Elizabeth, I'm coming home. It's the big one. I need something stronger than this coffee. I need a drink early this morning. I need relief. I need relief. And you... No, I'm talking about the man on there. You, I have no words, period. He done slept with your wife. And you done jacked him off. What bizarro, twisted reality they live in? Child, I done grabbed the wrong thing.
Thinking the trust, fidelity that I had with my wife.
Did you? Chop!
I entered into a homosexual relationship with her father in order to have access to Jane.
So he turned the man out.
Fixation for Jane. I didn't why, but I did. And I wanted to be around her. The guy played him perfectly.
He just won.
He wanted to tear down the defenses of the brokers. He wanted to get them out of the way. It's kind of like dominoes. On one end is Bob Birchall. On the fourth domino is Jan Brooker. In the middle is Marianne and Bob. He just might as well knock those dominoes over. And so you have Birchgold and Jan and nobody in between. The LDS Church decided that they would counsel him. And he went to a counselor in Idaho Falls. That man told our investigators that he had also gone to California to go to a clinical psychologist who would help him overcome this obsession with Jan.
When he came home, he had to tell Bob and I that he was being treated for the abuse he suffered as a child.
He said, now, Bob, this will probably floor you. I had sex with an aunt when I was 4 years old. It just blew my mind. He said to me, Bob, part of my therapy is to just spend some time alone with your daughter. Would you mind? And I said, well, no. And he said, you can call the doctor and ask him to explain it to you if you want to. And I said, no, I trust you. After Janet went to bed, he just lay down by her.
And neither one of us comfortable with him doing it, but it was part of his therapy.
Listen for the waves in the background, and she starts caressing you a little faster now, and you can feel it, and it feels so good. It feels so good. She's caressing you very rapidly now, and you can feel it very rapidly. It feels good, and you listen for the waves. You feel a warm, soft blanket, and the blanket smells good.
They were duped in a terrible, terrible way. Our investigation determined that the guy was not a licensed psychologist. He had had his license revoked. And he is the one that had burst all these weird tapes to play as he lay with her at night. He was molesting her. He would always give her vitamins and stuff for her allergies when in fact we determined later through our investigation that he's giving her sleeping pills to make his job a lot easier.
I never had an inkling that he had sexual designs on Jan. We weren't really sure even then what a child molester was, you know. And I tell you, I don't know how we could have been so gullible
Child,
when there were so many red flags.
I could tell how gullible you were. You were gullible when he came to you and said, I need some relief. And you reached over and did that. All right, allegedly.
But I can see the red flags.
I found the Roberts to be naive. They don't know things like that happen. And it was the most difficult thing. This is the most difficult case I've ever had in my life.
Four times a week for 6 months he slept with this girl until he abducted her? No! You ain't no grown man gonna go to no black person house and sleep in the room with the children. That's the quickest way to get shot. The fuck?
I woke up. It was dark. I had the sensation that I was moving, but I was laying on a bed.
Child, too tough.
And my ankles were had straps around them. I couldn't move. This monotone voice kept talking in my ear. It looked like a little white intercom-looking box that I could see to the side of my pillow. And I immediately thought I'd been kidnapped by a UFO.
Not kidnapped by
I
bitch.
was out of sleep, a really deep sleep.
woke up again. The restraints were off. I had been informed by the aliens, Zeta and Zephyra were their names, that I actually was part alien. My mother was my biological mother, but my father wasn't actually my biological father. I had a father from this alien planet. I was in the middle of a Christmas story that I'd heard every year since I was a child, that, Joseph was like my dad, took care of Jesus, but really the father of Jesus was God the Father. The mission was that I was to have a child that would save the alien planet by the time I turned 16. The box said if I couldn't perform the mission, they had a backup plan. That was my sister Susan, that she was also half alien and half human, and that she would be taken.
It's not funny.
And there you will meet the male companion.
It's not funny.
And there on the little couch of the motorhome was B. It was a person that I so loved and so trusted and was familiar to me. I wasn't alone anymore. It was like this huge relief. He was covered in blood. He was cut. He wasn't moving. His eyes were closed. He looked to me like he was dead. And so I'm crying and I'm shaking him and touching him.
Bitch!
Have to wake up.
Aliens.
And so he comes to and he starts to tell me what had happened. We were driving out to go horseback riding. And all of a sudden I saw this white light coming down out of the sky. And the car started to vibrate and move and shake. We must have been taken by this powerful light. And I said, no, we're here, we're together, and there's a mission. Completely knew that he was the male companion, that together we're supposed to have a child. The whole thing of him being, this 40-year-old man and me being a 12-year-old girl was definitely strange. The whole thing was strange, but I also now felt like, well, I'm an alien. I'm strange. I'm not normal. I believed it absolutely. When you combine being isolated and completely afraid, you can pretty much get someone to do or believe anything. Those first few weeks, I had no concept of how much time had gone by, really. I think I was drugged a lot of the time. But I do remember him specifically going through the cupboards of the motorhome. And one of the cupboards had these 3 or 4 books. I knew that the books were about sex. And then shortly after that, the box said, we think it's time for you to ask the male companion to do what makes people happy. I don't remember the violent kind of rape that I've heard other women talk about. Birchtold would insert his penis just slightly, barely. It was always just an inch. He almost was as concerned that it was an enjoyable experience for me as it was obviously for him. There was like a little tiny fan in the roof of the motorhome. I could look up through that little fan.
I had a knife.
And I could just look at the leaves. There was some kind of a branch or a tree or something, and I would just look at the leaves. Just look at the leaves. If you just look at the leaves, it'll be okay. I guess that's how I got through.
Wow.
call Mary Ann and get written permission for Jen and I to come back to the United States and get married. Because we were married in Mexico, but it isn't legal in the United States.
Under Mexican law, you had to be 12 years old. And of course, they qualified. When I was irate, didn't even think that could happen.
His brother called and he said, they want to come home, but he cannot come home unless you give him permission to marry her in the United States of America. And I said, permission to marry her? We would never do that.
I'd have been walking to Mexico. Baby, I'd have been Jesus. I'd have been walking on water to Mexico. Do you hear me?
She says, "That's
Oh, you want married?
don't want that. Where are they?" And I
I'm
said,
coming.
in my mind, I decided to get him home. We had the FBI come in and they tapped the phone. He called me and says, "I'm in Mazatlan, Mexico."
The FBI was able to trace the call to a hotel in Mazatlan.
And I thought, during our relationship, I thought he would kill me when he come back.
Our legal attaché in Mexico City was contacted. He contacted the federales.
The Mexican police came to the motorhome. All of a sudden, they came through the door. They literally like kicked the door down. They crammed all of us into this small little vehicle. I could kind of see him almost in the rear view mirror and just kind of looking at me like he was
All right, Tool Talk, baby. You have a good day, and thanks for coming by, boo.
Mexican prison. At one point, one of the Mexican police officers led me down into a lower level in this dank, dark, water-smelling hallway to B's cell. He gave the guard his gold ring in order for the guard to let him talk to me. B said, "Tell your family that I brought you on a vacation and that I made a mistake. I took you too far away. I didn't tell your family like I should have." He said, "I've been visited by Zeta and Zethra. They came to me and they told me that there are 4 things that you can't talk about." I couldn't talk about them, Zeta, Zethra, the alien planet. I couldn't talk about the relaxing pills that I'd been given. I couldn't talk about
Baby dog.
addiction. And so therefore, I couldn't talk about any of the sexual experiences that we had had. He said, "You will have no other contact with any other men, even with your dad. And if either of us talk about any of these 4 things, my sister Karen would go blind."
What?
And the threat against my father was that they would remove him. That's how they put it, which I knew meant they would kill him. And then, of course, the threat with Susan was that they would take her. And he said, "Your parents will probably come, but make sure that you don't tell them or anyone about those 4 things, or you will be vaporized." They have the power to take and also to take our spirits. We won't even exist. For me, as this young girl who had always had a very strong faith in life after death, it was a terrifying thought. It was probably the thing that kept me obedient to what they wanted me to do more than anything.
Baby. In plain sight.
Bob and I flew to Mazatlan to bring Jan home. We wanted to go and we wanted to be there with her and let her know that we still loved her. All of a sudden we saw a little girl waving, screaming. Wow.
I can remember saying, "I think the chocolate cocoa is ours."
Jan, all of a sudden, just kind of went to pieces. She started saying, "What about B? They're going to do something bad to him." And I said, "We can't think about B right now, it's you. They'll have to work that out with the FBI." "Why did you call the FBI? I was fine, I'm on vacation with B." and nothing happened. But we've got to take him. And I said, sorry, we're going home, Jan. We're going home.
But I can remember the tears running down my cheeks. And I didn't say anything to Mary Ann. I just thought, you know, she's not our Jan. The minute Jan got on the plane, she would sit by me. But I can remember the sorrow that I felt on that plane. Mary Ann was sitting next to me, and I said, Mary Ann, I don't think our problems are over.
Bob Birchstone was arrested in Mexico, brought to the United States. He appeared before a grand jury and they indicted him for kidnapping charges.
We had her examined by a physician. That physician said she has not had her hymen broken. I can see no trauma of sexual abuse. That relief is a great deal.
I couldn't get her to really talk about things other than, oh, well, I went parasailing, and she would talk about some of the things she had done in Mexico, but she definitely was, standoffish, especially with my dad.
I showed her the clipping about the kidnapping that was in the paper. And she said, that isn't true, Dad. She was sticking up for him.
She seemed fine. She went back to school, picked up where she was going, was doing fine. We didn't have any real concerns about her.
My thoughts were constantly about B. How are we going to continue the mission? How am I going to be with him? How am I going to see him? How am I going to do this? I was separating myself emotionally and mentally from my family.
Oh, thank you, Candy Girl.
The mission hadn't been accomplished. I knew that more was to come.
Y'all hold on.
Marianne and Bob had to talk to Gail Birchstone, Bob Birchstone. Don't let your kids play with their kids. This is a serious thing. Stay away from it. Which they did not do.
It was on Christmas Eve. Then Gail Birchstone came to the door and asked to talk to Bob alone. The two of them went back to the den and chatted for quite some time. Gail came out, went on his way, and then Bob said to me, Gail wants us to drop all the charges against her husband. She asked us to sign some affidavits. All Bob said was, if we don't sign these affidavits, they're going to expose the dirty laundry between me and Birchstone. I was quite shocked. I felt terrible, especially for my husband. I just thought, oh, no, that can't happen. So we signed the affidavits. My daughter was not taken by force or against her will, nor was she held or confined against her will at any time.
Wait. Pause. 89, you remember when they was in the car? God, this man playing the system like a flute. You remember when the Birchall man and old girl daddy, Jan daddy, was in the car together? In order for the charges to be dropped, he sent his wife over there to tell him drop the charges or he was going to expose their relationship. He played the system like a fucking fiddle or flute.
I honestly believe there is a strong possibility that the defendant was under the impression he had my husband's and my consent to take my daughter with him when he left in October.
Love Blake, I don't know what's going on with these notifications on YouTube.
To keep these matters within my family. I feel that the interests of justice and society would not be served by continuing to prosecute this matter.
here's these people crying about their daughter, and I'm living over there. I'm neglecting my own family, and then all of a sudden they walk in with, oh, we let her go. They're covering their own eye, not the kid, which is a shame.
The general public was not happy. We had lots of phone calls from people we did not know that said, why would you do that? A U.S. federal attorney called us, and he was livid. He said, you can't do this. We are going to have a trial.
First,
Ooh!
I'm over for trial, but I don't have any witnesses all of a sudden. The Roberts basically took the government.
Love Blake, that's why I'm doing something completely different. We was talking about movies, we talked about books, and now we watching a documentary that was suggested to me by allegedly.
She didn't know, he didn't know. Maybe he would work there until he could get on his feet. Then he'd move the family close to him.
He come work for me and he sold cars out the yin yang. So he could sell anybody anything.
He continually came home. Every weekend he was in church. Every weekend people were patting him on the back and saying, oh, we're so sorry. We know you've been ill. We hope this all passes and that you can get your life back together.
We were so kind when we came back home, and even at that point, we weren't aware of this, how deep this sick man was.
The first time that I remember actually seeing him after the kidnapping, it was in the night. It was in my back bedroom downstairs. The first thing that woke me up was the little box. Berchtold appeared in my bedroom.
How he got your house?
Came in and he would talk about the mission and that the mission was going to continue and that they were making preparations for us to be together and just to keep doing what I was doing and keep following the rules. And
How he got in the house?
Be in communication with Berchtold, or he was in communication with me, and I would do whatever I was told to do. I would occasionally get a note from someone at school. It would say, you need to go to such and such location, to the phone booth at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and there you will receive further instructions. I would get letters from B, and it would be a love letter about what he was going through and how much he missed me and how much he knew we were meant to be together. And my natural response was to respond in kind and, you know, write
Love Blake
back to him and try to figure out how to
I'm
get
just
him to him.
Did you know that you're a sweetheart? If you didn't, I want you to know that you are. Our love must be
smoke break, y'all. Smoke break. Cause this didn't blew my mind. Like, I usually don't be on live this long. Like, I'm at 2 hours. But allegedly got me up here. Oh shit, here go my glasses. But allegedly got me up there, ooh, Lord. Allegedly got me up there watching this fucking documentary. And child, fuck the time limit I give myself. I'm still trying to figure out how stupid these people really were. Oh, thank you, lovely. Allegedly, you was right. It's good. The parents gullible as fuck. Gullible with all capital letters. They signed affidavits. Alpha fucking Davids. David, you gotta watch Abducted in Plain Sight. You have got to watch this to see how gullible these people are. Child. Baby, he a bad man. He's a bad fucking man. How the fuck he gotten these people a house at night without them knowing? He did a child. I gotta see what part 2 like. How he got her out the house the second time. Fuck the Xbox today. I gotta finish this documentary. Cause it's just. I'm trying to figure out how he got so far. If that was any other family, you know they keep their eyes on their daughters like hawks. All their children. Where you going? Where you going? Baby, he had her brainwashed allegedly. You was right. He brainwashed the fuck out of her. And how he got people giving her notes in school. How is misleading? Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. I'm 40 something minutes and I want to say I'm 45 minutes in. Love Blake. See if you can watch it online. It's called Abducted. We back. We back, y'all. We back. I don't know what the fuck that was just now.
Your dog? Yeah.
The shift from I loved this man like my father to I love him like a husband or like a man happened.
She said, Mom, I miss him so much. I want to marry you. And I said, you want to marry me? She said, yes. I want to marry him and we want to have children together.
I loved him as deeply as I've ever loved anyone. My level of commitment and love for him was as profound as anything that I have ever experienced in the realm of real love. But it was profound, it was committed, it was in me in every sense of the word.
No, ma'am.
Here's a letter from B to me. I'm probably 13. Hi, darling. I awake this morning thinking of you as usual and loving you even more. I remembered you in Oliver and the night you cried when you sang Where is Love, especially for me. Remember the song from Oliver, As Long as He Needs Me, and the meaning it had in the play? As long as he needs me. Please, honey, sing it over and over and know I need your love more now than anything on this earth. Evil forces would like nothing more than to destroy us and ruin everything. I can do no more than love you every minute of my life. The rest is up to you. Be brave, do everything right, and don't give up hope. I never will, because through it all, there is you, forever. B.
Oh no. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
I heard from him every day. He'd call and talk and tell me how much he loved me, he wanted me as part of his life. I kept saying, please tell me, why did you marry Jan? He said, well, if you will come and talk with me personally, I'll give you the whole details about it. And I went down and went over to his motorhome, met him there after he got off work, and we sat and talked. He told me how much he loved me over and over and over, and he kept telling me, we can have a great life together, Marianne. All you need to do is get divorced, come and live with me. It was not long before he was holding my hand and then was stroking my leg, and you know, he poured his heart out, his soul out. I stayed too long at his motorhome, and we engaged in necking and kissing, and then eventually in sexual intercourse. I loved my husband, but I betrayed him. After it happened, I knew that I had crossed the path that I could never go back and undo. It was done.
And I think it was about 4 days or 5 days after she had gone, Birchtold called me and he told me what happened.
What?
And that's when real trouble started in our marriage. And it just got worse.
My sexual affair with Mr. Birchtold lasted for 8 months. I would say that I was in love with Birchtold.
You and your
It was
daughter?
an exciting time for me.
Oh hell no.
I knew what he was doing. I knew that it wasn't Mary Ann. I knew that it was Jan.
It was always about sex at that point. That was what all of those encounters were about for him.
After speaking with the bishop more than once, he said, well, you've got to make some decisions because Mary Ann she's on the wrong path. So I filed for a divorce.
I was served the subpoena to leave the home. I was endangering his 3 girls. I was shocked that he would do that.
I wasn't about to let him have my children. I took the girls and we went somewhere. On the day that I knew that she was going to be served the papers, no question, the worst day of my life.
We drove to a restaurant out of town. When we got to the restaurant and he told us that he and my mom were going to be separated. Especially then in my little town, I mean, nobody got divorced, and not my parents.
I felt like crawling in a hole and burying myself alive. There was nothing. Really, I felt like I had to live for anymore.
This motherfucker was cold-blooded.
2 or 3 days went by, and he called me, and he said, "Well, you're gonna lose your wife, and you're gonna lose your children." And I just hung up on him. But I nevertheless was extremely worried.
And he called me and told me, "Well, Marianne, if you just leave Bob, I'll find you an apartment. You can have a whole new life down here, and you will be so happy." And I said, "I'm not leaving my husband. I'm sorry." He said, "Well, he doesn't want you. Look what he's done to you, kicked you out of the home. I know if you will get you an attorney and go back and file charges against him, you'll end up with your children because Bob's a homosexual." I said, "That's not true." I went to an attorney and told him I need help.
This motherfucker cold.
He said, "You need to cut out the cancer. This is not a good man." I went back to my home.
I was sitting in the kitchen, and she opened the door, and she said, "I can't raise these children alone. And I know they need you, and they need me."
I said, "I will get him out of my life. I don't want him in my life any longer."
We just fell into each other's arms. And that was enough for me.
Burstall went into court and he pled guilty to a felony charge of kidnapping. The judge sentenced him to 5 years and reduced all 5 years down to 45 days.
What?
He's to report to jail within 3 months.
B moved away from Pocatello and had bought a family fun center, like a game center in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I wanted to go and work there for the summer. I begged my mother, I cried to my father, I screamed a little.
And I said, "Absolutely not. No is the answer."
That was in 1976. And she was so insistent.
45 days.
She went on to just become a person that she had never become. To pick arguments, pick on her sisters, to pick on us, to just make life miserable around there.
She was deciding what was going on with her. No questions, no say from my mother.
Burstall called me and he said, "Don't hang up. I want to tell you that Jan's coming to Jackson Hole. She's going to go out and get on the highway and start hiking if you don't let her come." And I thought, my gosh, I've got to do something.
Well, eventually my mother took me and put me on a plane and sent me to Jackson Hole.
Oh, wow.
That she put her on that airplane. I said, "Dear, you'll regret that decision someday."
What happened when you did? Was it waterfall?
Yeah, really cool.
When I recovered that last time,
The mission continued. You know, there was more sex.
you really want to
Yeah, you too are stupid.
That's all. But not about
Hey, Diamond Baby.
Going down. Pretty simple.
B told me that he and Gail were getting a divorce. And now we could get married. I am completely and utterly convinced that I am in love with B, that I have to be with him. And of course, the background of all of that is we have to finish the mission.
That time I spent up in Jackson Hole with them was just, I could tell they were happy. Happier than Bob had ever been. And I don't know why with the little girl, but I guess that's his deal. Marianne wanted her back and was making a lot of fuss. And she said, and I said, I think you better go home. And she said, no, if I do, I'd rather kill myself than go back home.
He put me on a plane and sent me to Salt Lake, and my mother came and picked me up.
She was angry. I didn't want to come home. I don't want to be here. I want to go back up there.
It was like she took on this different personality.
She just kept escalating the tension.
It was a panic. I had the whole weight of the world on my shoulders. I was supposed to save this dying planet, and the clock was ticking.
He would not leave me alone. He was going to have her no matter what. We'd never see her again. Told me that. I'll take her to the jungles of Africa. I'll take her to South America. You'll never find us. I said, leave me alone, leave my children alone, stay out of our lives forever. And he did not like that because he didn't leave Jan alone. And the result was her disappearance a second time. She had only been home a few weeks. I was watching TV, everybody else went to bed, and Jan came down the hall, looked at me in there, and I said, oh, come on in. Come in and talk to me. Tell me why you're so mad. No, back to her room. We went to bed, went to sleep. Next morning, hollered down. Bob always played the piano if he had to, and to wake him up. She didn't come up. Bob, I think, was the one that went downstairs. And she wasn't there. Instead, he found the note.
Dear Bob and Marianne, you won't let me do what's right, so I'll do what's wrong.
What?
I'm leaving without B, and do not plan on coming back until you accept me as me. I cannot accept your religion or your screwed up morals. I just want to be me and have B. Please, before all of us are destroyed, let me go. Jan.
The note didn't sound like Jan. I mean, it was like he had written the note.
He called that afternoon, it was later in the day, said Jan had called him, told him that she had run away from home and that she would not tell him where she was. And he was worried. Wanted me to know if I was worried, and I said, worried sick.
2 or 3 days went by and it was indescribable agony. We just told people that she was with her grandmother, and of course it went on and on and on.
We were so afraid that the word would be out that she was gone again, kidnapped. We just didn't want that out in the press at this point.
The Brobergs waited 2 weeks before they called me after she was gone this time. I talked to Burstall. He's brokenhearted that she's disappeared. You better catch her. You better find her. Somebody's got her. I knew darn well that he was right in the middle of it. Then he got some good behavior time. I think he only spent 10 days in jail.
Just 10 days in jail?
Salt Lake City to live in his motorhome. And he disappears. But we had no idea where Jan or Bob Birchfield were.
He called me so regularly and cried. I called Pete Welch and told him, and he said, just keep taking those phone calls.
The FBI installed tape recorders on the phone at the Broberg home.
Hello, Broberg.
Hi, Marianne. This is Bob.
Hello, B.
How are you?
Well, not very good.
I just got through talking to Jan.
Oh, you did? Did she tell you at all where she was?
No. I think Jan's done some things that she doesn't want to tell me about. We're aiming for a limit of prostitution and so.
Oh, my goodness.
I asked her, I said, honey, how are you getting your money? And she says, hard.
Oh, dear. Oh. Now I won't be able to sleep.
Hi.
Hi, B.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear a thing. Hello, Broberg.
Bob.
Hello, B. This continued for about 3 months.
Jeff. can't hardly take it anymore. Oh, please. It's awful.
So let me tell you something. If you're laying a trap for me, I'm kidding.
What?
Listen, if you're lying to me, I'll have you killed. I've
Ooh.
got your brother somewhere. I never know when you're little and with me and when you're not anymore.
And it was continual. It was continually a bombardment on my emotion.
I just got through talking to Jan. I said, "Do you still want to marry me?" She said, "Oh yes, B. More than anything in this world, I do."
Do you still want to marry her?
There'll never be anybody for me but Jan. Never.
Hey, really, bitch.
1st of July.
How you doing, boo?
Oh my.
It's just the sound of her voice on the phone just puts me a dog. I can't.
The justice system is a fucking joke.
We were desperate.
Really, bitch. I'm watching Abducted in Plain Sight, and I got a few movies to watch.
Quite some time.
I got a few movies to watch that people told me to watch.
City area and finally found the one where he was.
But allegedly put me on
Of
this.
course, didn't knock on the door. We put a surveillance unit on the motorhome.
Because he was talking about books and movies and stuff.
8 weeks in the surveillance, agent from Salt Lake City knocked on the door. First of all, let him in the motorhome to ask her if he'd seen Jan, and he said no. We knew that he knew where she was. We knew that. I mean, he was in love with her. If he thought there was something wrong with her, he'd be looking for her.
This is crazy. A 40-something-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl.
Inside of his motorhome.
Boom, boom, boom.
Kind of like a mausoleum, like a worship area. But he didn't know where she was.
Jan had been gone for many months when our phone rang.
Jan? Dad just drove in. Can you wait just a half a second? Well, do it anyway. Just a minute. Just say hi to him. Jan! Jan! Jan, how are you? Are you okay? Oh, are you coming home? Are you coming home? We need you.
He brainwashed the fuck out of this girl.
Have you talked to B? Oh, does he still want you to marry him and all that? Does he want to marry you? Okay. Bye, honey.
He brainwashed the fuck out this child.
The surveillance is ongoing in Salt Lake City. And agents observed Robert Burstall walk across the road to a payphone located at a Husky gas station in Salt Lake City. He had gone to a phone booth, made a phone call, and he was on the phone for about 10-12 minutes. When he left the phone booth, he left the phone book open, and there was a number written on there. We traced the number to Pasadena, California.
Damn!
To a Catholic girls' school, and we called. And the Catholic school said there's nobody here by that name. We explained the circumstances, and explained them. She's probably there under an alias. Come to find out, she was under the name Jan Tober.
The day that I was kidnapped the second time, I opened that bedroom window. He was there and basically helped me out the window, got into his Lincoln Continental, and away he drove. We drove to California. He enrolled me into an all-girls Catholic boarding school.
She was far enough away from Pocatello that we didn't know where she was. But Birchtold was close enough to her that you could visit her on the weekends.
And he told the nuns that I was his daughter and that he was a CIA agent.
Damn!
That we had escaped from Lebanon this was during the Lebanon crisis, and that my mother had been killed, and that he would appreciate them taking good care of me because he still had to go, do his CIA work, but he would come on the weekends. And
This nigga was calculated!
For the nuns, so that if anyone were to come to the school, maybe looking for me, they had to know that those were the bad guys. Those were the people that were trying to get to him.
Agents of the FBI arrested Birchtold the next day for federal probation violation, and he was taken to jail and eventually brought back to Pocatello. A Pocatello policeman flew to Pasadena, picked her up.
I was forced onto the plane to go home, and then when I was brought back to Idaho, I had to go through the system there. I had to be fingerprinted, I had to go through this whole thing. I was put in jail, and then I was taken home, opened the door, my mother was standing at the kitchen sink. I just walked through the door, and I walked down the stairs, down the hallway to my back bedroom, and I shut the door. I was completely gone. There really was not the vivacious, happy, fun.
He told these people he was a CIA agent.
There was
Enrolled her under a fake name at an all-girls Catholic school.
That was gone.
The first time that all of this happened, she was herself. The second time, it was a totally different experience.
That time was a lot more stressful. We weren't close. We weren't like we had been.
She stayed away from me. No hugging, no loving, no talking. She was just so distant. I guess the best way to describe her was she was hollow. She was just without feelings. Our daughter was emotionally gone. The phone rang, and one of my employees, he was screaming. He said, "Bob, the store's on fire." By the time I got there, the fire was very intense.
And we were all there, standing out on the street, and I just remember looking at that burning building, and my dad just having his arms around all four of us, and saying, and I remember this very vividly, and he just said, let it burn, everything that I want, everything that matters to me is right here in my arms. And I remember thinking, this is my fault. It's burning because of something I did.
I knew the Birchtold was behind it. He was so angry that I think he told Mary Ann he was going to end my life if I didn't give him permission to see Jan. He hated my position as her father. That hatred was criminal.
Oh, wow. Had this man's store burnt down.
Was ever in danger until his business burned down. And an investigation determined that Bob Birchtold had convinced two guys who were in jail with him he would give each one of them $1,000 a month if they burned down Atkin Forest, which Bob Broberg owned. And they did. They not only did that, they burned down a whole half a block in Pocatello. They were convicted and sent to prison, but we could not pin it on Birchtold.
Robert Birchtold charged with first-degree kidnapping on the August 10th disappearance of then 14-year-old Jan Broberg is being held today at the Bannock County Jail.
Charge of first-degree kidnapping against Robert Birchgold has been filed in 6 districts.
Charging impersonation of the Central Intelligence Agency agent has been filed against Robert Birchgold, a former
He had a whole block of the neighborhood burnt down.
Charged with first-degree kidnapping in the August 10th kidnapping of Jan.
Robert Birchgold, a former Pocatello businessman, Tuesday afternoon was acquitted of first-degree kidnapping by reason of mental defect, according to an order signed by Judge Arnold.
Not mental defect.
Robert Birchgold skated on a lot of things. He beat the arson, he beat the CIA impersonation, and he beat both kidnapping charges. I don't know how many people in this town have asked me, how did he get away with it? If the United States Attorney would have been on his toes, if the Roberts would have stood up to the fact that Pete, we've had sexual encounters with him, we could have nipped it by putting him away and forgetting about it. He'd have been in there 20 years to life at least.
Okay. He was released 6 months later.
They released me, let me go. A psychiatrist showed me what my problem was. He showed me why I had this fixation for Jan.
Really? And what was it?
I had been raised on an isolated ranch in Wyoming by a stepfather. I wasn't even part of the family. I slept in a bunkhouse. I was sexually abused by the help. When my mom got sick and left home, I took over the care of my younger sister. And as long as I was taking care of her, I was part of the family. This stuck with me. And later on in life, when I was having problems, I needed to take care of a little girl.
The mission still hasn't been completed. There was still some communication with him. Not as much. I think he was losing interest. I was getting older. The summer I turned 16, I had some of the experiences that I needed in order to question the existence of the aliens. I wanted to go to this 5-week-long drama camp at Brigham Young University.
And it was a little scary for us to think, do we dare send her down there? But we decided, okay, it's time for her to, yes, go on her own and enjoy all of her friends and the people that were going there.
And there was a boy in the play that had been at the camp who liked me, and I knew he liked me, and one day this boy bought this ice cream for me. And I thought, oh my gosh, something horrible is now going to happen. I ran back to my dorm, and my mom called, and she said, the dogs are having a bad day today. I think I fed them something bad.
Jen went to pieces, screaming and bawling. I've got to come home, I've got to come home. I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be here.
I cried and said, no, Mom, it's my fault. And I went to sleep, and in the morning, my mom called and said, I just wanted to call and tell you that the dogs are doing fine. At that moment, I had a 3-second thought. The dogs are fine. Susan's still home. Karen's not blind. Dad isn't dead. Are these people still watching me? Are they real? And then literally the next thought that came to me was, I'm just kidding, I know you're real. My birthday is happening. My 16th birthday. I'm still pretty much in a panic, and I'm thinking, okay, if I am not pregnant, I'm going to get a gun, I'm going to tell Susan about the mission, and if she doesn't want to do it, then I'm going to kill her.
What?
And then I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, He brainwashed the fuck out of her.
The next day I woke up, everything was still as normal, and everybody was still there, everybody was alive, and just so many different feelings and emotions that I had. and I realized that they weren't real. I knew that I probably needed to tell somebody, but I didn't know how or who or when or I didn't know what to do. I finally told my best friend, Caroline, and Karen just started talking about this little girl that had to have this baby, and he was supposed to be the one to help her do this and accomplish this mission, and it was obvious that she did believe it. She did believe this was real. And then I said, you have to go tell Mom and Dad.
She started relating some of these things, and I sat there and thought, is this, really? Is she really believing this? And that little girl went to pieces. She just sobbed and sobbed. And it took at least 2 hours to tell us about, 15, 20 minutes of what we needed to hear.
Yeah, that night was very significant and, something that has affected me my whole life, because it was not comfortable to hear that about your sister and have to have those visions in your head, and one that I don't think my parents want to have either. And I think that's why they didn't probe more. When they knew something had happened, will tell us about what happened. It's too painful. It's too painful for them to realize that they allowed that to happen to her. And they don't want to know.
If I were to count up the number of times that Birchtold tried to engage in a sexual manner with me, between the two kidnappings, in between and after, it would be more than 200 times.
Damn. Oh no.
The cycle of shame and abuse ends with me. My name is Jan Broberg, and I was abducted and brainwashed as a child by a trusted family friend. In the foreword of our book, Mom's book, Stolen Innocence,
Mom and I started having these long, interview-like talks, and she started writing.
I began writing the book in earnest in the 90s, and I finished it in 2003, had it published, and then we began speaking at different events.
statistically, did you know that 4 out of every 10 women has been sexually abused?
Birchtold began trying to show up at different events where we were speaking.
Even though their nightmare began when Jan was just 12 years old, the Brobergs say the attacks still continue. The latest was this.
Birchtold said, if you let these people speak, they're telling a lie. The book is not true.
I think it's a pack of lies. She brings in, to hide the fact that Jan went with me voluntarily, they bring in aliens and mind watching. It wasn't true.
Birchtold began threatening us. If you don't shut this book down or get rid of your book, I'm going to make your life as miserable as possible.
Mary Ann says Birchtold canvassed the city of Pocatello distributing these flyers that contained false statements and libelous information. Information that Birchtold was given total access to the Broberg's daughter in exchange for sexual favors with her parents.
And that's how I came to file a stalking injunction. And I had to go to court because he contested it. I think he actually wanted to just see me up close. It was so horrifying.
Mr. Birchtold has remained a threat and a danger to me and my family. It is a constant and continuous concern that has escalated in recent months.
I hadn't seen the man for 30 years, and for about the first 5 minutes, I was shaking like a leaf.
You know this is quite a story, and you have sold a lot of books because of the story, right?
We've sold a few books, not enough to make back the investment that we made to publish the story.
Okay, you told ABC News you were going to make a movie, is that correct?
I didn't tell ABC News that. I told them that there might be offers for that. It could happen, I don't know.
This man really up here playing this.
My goal, Mr. Birchtold, is to educate the public about predators like you. That is my goal.
Oh, I see.
I hope you do see. I hope you do. I cannot believe that you can look me in the eye. You have no soul.
Jan, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And I'd like to apologize discouragement I have given you.
If you want to apologize, then you should stand up, tell the truth, and serve your time in jail, Mr. Birchtold.
And I got the stalking injunction, not for the 3 years, which was customary, but for the remainder of his life.
Oh, wow.
An unusual confrontation this weekend in southern Utah. A woman speaks about being abused as a child when her accused kidnapper reportedly shows up and starts a clash with her biker security force. Jan Broberg-Felt, the speaker at a women's conference at Dixie College, protected today by BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse. BACA members were outside the event when a man named Robert Birchtold is accused of driving up and making threats.
The perpetrator ran over one of our BACA members and then proceeded to drive off.
One of the bikers recognized him, said, "That's Birchtold, let's get him," and jumped on the hood of, he had a Dodge van. And they jumped up on the front and was holding on to the windshield wiper, so he sped up and then stopped fast, and the guy fell off, but he got hurt. So they called the cops. But Bob did have a gun.
3 felonies and 2 misdemeanors.
We, the jury duly impaneled in this case, find the defendant, Robert E. Birchtold, guilty of the offense of possession of a firearm by a restricted person by proof beyond reasonable doubt. Count 2, we, the jury duly impaneled in this case, find the defendant, Robert Birchtold, guilty of the offense of aggravated assault by proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Bob had gone to court that day and found guilty, and they says, "You got to come back next week and we'll sentence you." And he says, "If it's one day in prison that's going to kill me, I'm not going there." He'd taken all his heart medicine and drank Kahlua and milk, and he drank that and died. He committed suicide.
Wow.
When I heard that he had killed himself, I just felt a number of emotions. I cried and I felt completely sorry for all of the people that his actions had affected. We have had 6 women contact us to tell us that they were sexually assaulted and abused as little girls by Robert Birchtold. He actually was found guilty of rape of a child. In the case of one of those girls, he spent 1 year in jail. 1 year.
Have you forgiven him?
Forgiveness is a tricky word. In my mind, not forgiving somebody only puts up the jail cell kind of around you. I figured out that I can live with my tragedy in a way that the tragedy doesn't run me anymore. It's taken something to get here. The way I came to forgive my parents was by helping them to forgive themselves. Yes, they made mistakes, but it's one thing to make a mistake kind of as 2 innocent people. It's another thing to make a mistake when somebody's orchestrating you and playing your emotions and feelings. I think it's the hardest for my dad. He gets so angry because he felt so stupid. Like, why didn't I see it, you know? Dads are supposed to protect their little girls. I said he was a master. He was just a master manipulator. Birchtold had worked on my mother for years. He was very good at just creating that kind of a smokescreen so that he could do what he wanted to do with Jan. He was so believable, and to know he could manipulate adults the way that he did and make all of them believe him, then you can imagine what he could do with children.
It would have been different if Jan hadn't been kidnapped, I'm certain, but I didn't feel cheated out of my childhood. I'm incredibly lucky and blessed with those parents of mine and my sisters.
I think we did a few things right, but among the mistakes. We loved Jan, and that made the difference, and I guess that's the bottom line. Because it's such a bizarre thing.
The end of it, at the end of it, allegedly, I got 3 minutes and 38 seconds left. This dude was cold. He was calculated. Like, it got me thinking, boy, I got nieces. This make me want to go home, back to my hometown, grab my nieces and hug them and tell them I would never let no man get too close to them. Sisters, boyfriends or not. Oh no. This man impersonated the CIA agent. Put this girl in an all-girls Catholic school under a fake name, Janice Tobler. Had her come work for him. It's so much shit to... Child. They were gullible. I give them that. They were very gullible. But when your kids start acting like that, you should have knew something was wrong. Then he almost made the husband and wife get a divorce. Luckily, the wife went to a lawyer and they got back together. Because he done had that girl. Lord, I got goosebumps. Y'all hold on. I'm going to buffer for a little bit. I need to send a text message out. Y'all just hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. The crucial part about all of this, he showed up to when they were speaking at the event about the book. Then went to posting flyers saying that it wasn't true. And then he was in court and he tried to apologize and say he was sorry. Really? Really now? Really? Okay. Okay. And he ran over a biker. He realized he couldn't manipulate nobody. Oh, no. He realized he couldn't manipulate nobody else, so he killed himself. Wow.
But we lived it. Talk true.
I have always said if it hadn't been
He was beyond the smooth criminal.
that wouldn't have happened. I felt responsible. Saying it hurt.
I think that's probably where Michael Jackson got the inspiration from for Smooth Criminal.
Her through all these years, because I allowed that man to come into my home. I know my husband feels that way, but I don't think I can ever really forgive myself for letting that happen.
You know, it's ironic that the one person that I would most like to forget about and never have passed through my mind ever again is probably the person that I think about every day.
Baby. I am gagged. I am fucking gagged. You know what, y'all? I'm about to sit up here, write down some notes about this, and I'm gonna come back live probably in a few hours, and I'm gonna talk about this. Allegedly, thank you for this. Thank you for this. I'd have bypassed this. I would have never watched this. So thank you for putting me on this. But let me write my notes. I'll be back in a few, y'all.